What's going on, people? It's Mr. back again with the preview. I hope everyone's fit and well. As you know, Nottingham Forest are playing Reading tomorrow in the Championship. And I've got a special guest. I've got Alex from Elm Park Royals. How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. Special guest. I'll take that. That's very nice. Thank you.
That's fine. Everyone that comes from the channel are special guests. But yeah, massive game for Nottingham Forest. Before we do start, Alex, can you talk about your channel, please?
Yeah, so we've been running for about 3 or 4 years. Reading fan site, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. Do all fan previews, watch-alongs. If you want to watch a watch-along tomorrow, if you're watching the Forest game, might be a tad biased towards us, but
Alex,
we try to be balanced.
Stop trying to take my viewers to your viewers, mate. But yeah, carry on, Alex. Carry on.
Yeah, so feel free to check out our preview podcast for the game as well after you've watched us on this, and check out our podcast after the game as well for some reaction.
Its link is at the bottom. So if after the stream, if you do, please go and subscribe to Elm Park Royals. So where to start, Alex? I want to start about the previous game, and my opinion from the game, I thought Nottingham Forest was absolutely garbage. Reading didn't really like. I think that was the first time. That's when the fans came back. Did you go to the game?
Yeah, I was at the game, and from memory, Forest weren't very good. I seem to remember thinking that if Forest played like that for the rest of the season, there was a good chance that you were going to go down. I think you were maybe bottom 4 or bottom 5 at that point.
It was in the bottom 3. It was in the bottom 3.
Bottom 3, yeah. And Houghton was there as well by that point, I think, as well, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Or maybe just there.
Yeah, no, it was just there. Yeah.
It was surprisingly easy. The win. I don't think it was. It probably wasn't quite so expected that we would walk it quite so easily. I think that was the first game back with fans. First game back.
Yeah, it was.
Fans, yeah. And we scored a penalty very early on with Zhao, and after that, the game was kind of dead.
We had a player that's got sent off. Who got sent off?
Oh, I don't know who got sent off for you guys, but I do remember. I seem to remember it was Lyle Taylor playing up front for you, and he was very, very isolated the whole game. Just didn't really touch the ball. Yeah,
people in the comments. I don't know who it was. Can you remember who got sent off for that game? I don't know. What it is, the player got sent off, and then from that, you just absolutely hammered us.
Yeah, I mean, once we'd gone 1-0 up, it really felt like the game was kind of over. We've done very well this season in terms of kind of controlling the game once we do take the lead.
Yeah, Ryan Yates.
It feels like once we do take the lead, we're very good at just being able to kind of keep hold of the ball, and we don't really let teams back in once we take the lead, which is, it's obviously going to be critical for tomorrow if we do score first. It does feel like there's a good chance that we'll be able to go and take 3 points.
So since we played your current form, I've been watching Reading a lot because you've got ex-Forest player Samira, and how have you been so far with the current form?
So since we played you, we've been up and down, I would say. We had a very, very kind of rough period in February. We lost against Brentford, and then we lost 4 out of 5, and we weren't really playing very well as well at that point. But the last 3 games, we've won the last 3 games all to 0, beat Rotherham, Blackburn and Sheffield Wednesday, and all really, really quite comfortable victories. We haven't really given up any chances in those recent games. To be honest, the season's kind of reaching a point now where it feels like we're not too far away from kind of confirming our playoff spot. A few more victories, and I feel like we'll be there, even though Barnsley and Cardiff are definitely on a run of form. We've got, I'm hoping, enough of an advantage over at least 2 of those clubs just below us that we can kind of confirm that spot with a few games to spare by the end of the season, because our run-in's not very kind. We've still got to play, I think it's 3 of the top 4 before the end of the season.
Do you want to swap run-ins? Because we've got the worst run-in.
I think I'll be all right. Yeah, I think I'll be all right. I mean, yeah, I think given how I think I've just seen your fixture list actually. Yeah, you've still got to play Brentford away, Norwich at home, Cardiff, Reading. Yeah, it's not going to be an easy end to the season for you at all.
Alex, like I said, before the season started, you got a new manager, and this is what I said, because I think you new manager come in, was it like a week or
Yeah, it was about a week before the start of the season.
Yeah, and I said, watch out for Reading because they'll be up there. And like, no, I didn't know who he was, and I said to everyone, just be careful of what Reading will do. And now look at him. I wasn't wrong.
You were one of the few people who said that. Definitely. When the new manager came in, there was definitely a sense of it was a bit of a shambles, in all honesty, the way he was appointed. The old manager was sacked, but he was still at the club when we appointed the new manager, and it happened. I think it was a week before the start of the season.
It was,
and this was when people couldn't travel abroad. You couldn't travel abroad without going into quarantine, and so the squad flew out to Portugal for a week just before the start of the season. I think they got back 2 days before the first round of the League Cup, and but the manager wasn't allowed to come to a League Cup game because he was in quarantine. Honestly, it was a shambles. But and I wouldn't have expected it to work out as well as it has. But yeah, we've definitely got almost a siege mentality this year. He's very, very willing to kind of trust his players, and he's got his favourites for sure. But every time they kind of do let him down, they so far this season they've kind of picked themselves up very, very quickly after and been able to right the ship, as it were.
So like I mentioned, ex-Nottingham Forest Semedo, he plays for your club, and so what other players that Forest got to watch? Because like I said, when we played at your ground, like you didn't even just like break sweat to play fantastic against us. But what players that Forest got to play for tomorrow?
So we've got a couple of players who might come back from injury. So I mean, I'll go through the players who are definitely fit. Yeah. Obviously, we've got Lucas Zhao up front, who's been just a goal machine this season. But he's definitely not just a finisher. He's kind of an all-round striker. If you haven't watched him this season yet,
I've watched him. Watched him.
he's a very, very good striker on his day. Holds the ball up well. He can hit the ball with his right, his left from distance. But up front as well, George Pushkas is one to watch out for. He's just come back from injury.
Don't mention him. I like people. If you do remember my vlog, that he's a player that scored in the 97th minute last season.
No, it was. I think it was an own goal. At our place. Pushkas was the one that could slip him. Like, he would have got the touch otherwise. Yeah.
If no one saw that vlog, go and watch it. The link is below. So after this, go and watch it. It was the maddest vlog I've done. I hate going to Reading as well. It's just 2 vlogs that I've done from last 2 seasons, and I hate going to Reading away because we just don't do well there.
Yeah, you don't have a good record. I think the last time we lost against Forest was 3 or 4 years ago. Now it's been a while. We have a very good record in terms of just not losing really against you guys. And I mean, last season's games were definitely hard fought, but both of them ended up with those Samba mistakes in both games. Yeah, and otherwise you could have picked up easily 2 wins against us. So grateful to Samba for that. So that was nice of him. In terms of other players that would be worth watching out for, Omar Richards at left back. He's going to be moving to Bayern Munich in summer. All but certain. Very, very good left back though, and he'll get forward a lot. He's really good at beating a man. He's got a very, very good cross on him. Not really that surprising that he's kind of leaving Reading, in all honesty. A little surprised maybe he's going to Bayern Munich, but yeah, very good player all the same. There's a couple of players who maybe have gone a little bit under the radar this season. Josh Laurent in central midfield as well is one to look out for. He'll get all over the park, and if Rinomhota isn't fit, then he'll probably play alongside Semedo in the centre as kind of a double pivot. And he signed on a free last year from Shrewsbury, and he's played, I think, every league game so far, pretty much. And I don't think he's missed a league game yet. And he's incredibly, he's got incredible stamina. Guy just doesn't run out of energy at all. He's just like a complete Duracell bunny kind of thing. He's a fantastic player. He's not an attacking midfielder. You probably won't see him bang on him from distance or anything, but he'll definitely be the player who's kind of like there to break up play and things like that.
I speak about like your manager, like I said, he came really late through the league. And as a Reading fan, what's your opinion of him so far? Like, I think he's done fantastic for you so far.
Yeah, he's doing a fantastic job. To be honest, like I said, it was kind of a little bit surprising that we even got a new manager in, but he's done a really, really good job, especially like blooding the youth players into the team. So Elise, for example, really, really good player this season. He's been fantastic, and he's still only 18, I think. But alongside him, we've also had Omar Richards, who's really come on this season. Tom McIntyre, who's only 21. Tom Holmes has played a load of games this season. He's only 21. Lauren Rinamo. We've got a lot of players, and his kind of whole experience, really, outside of his last role at Chicago, was only for Serbia under-19s, and he won the World Cup with them.
Okay.
So his whole kind of spiel is around, like, being able to develop and use youth players well. And fortunately for us, I think it's something like 8 out of 11 of our starters, something like that, are under 25.
Wow, that's good. That is. That's really good.
It's a very, very young squad. We've got a couple of like more experienced players, but I think we've only got maybe two players over 30, and one of them is the keeper. So we've got a very young squad, and I think he's kind of just given them the belief, which is what we've lacked for the last 3 or 4 years.
So I always tell this to the rival fans, and what's your opinion on the season so far?
So I'd say the first 10, 15 games that you guys had, I think you probably looked like you were going to end up in the bottom 3, in all honesty.
Yeah.
It was a very, very bad start, wasn't it? From memory. I think it was what was it, like 3 wins in the first 15 or something? It wasn't a good start. It feels like Houghton, since he's come in, has kind of steadied you a bit. You seem to have improved. It feels, in all honesty, looking at Forest, it feels very, very similar to how Reading did last year, where you struggled a lot at the start of the season.
You did, yep.
And you've kind of improved, but you're still struggling to go forwards somewhat. Not necessarily scoring, but you're not conceding either. I think too many goals.
I think with that, like I said, I always mention it. We're not like we lost. Was it 2-0? We lost to you. Was it 2-0 or 1-0?
Yeah, 2-0.
2-0.
Yeah.
And we're not getting battered. That's the thing. We're only losing like 1 or 2-0. And I think that's the only, you can't call it positive because we're losing.
But it looks like you're remaining pretty competitive in games. Yeah.
So that's the thing about us. Like, so the only team we've got battered this season was Brentford at home, 3-1. And we got actually that's the only decent. Well,
most teams have been put away by Brentford this season once.
Exactly. Like 2 more questions, Alex. League table, like I said, you started fantastic. Where do you think you'll finish this season?
So I've been saying it for a little while on our podcast. I think we'll finish top 5 now. I don't really think
not top 2. Not top 2.
No, I think this top 2 is probably a little bit of a distance. So we're 6 points off top 2.
Everything can happen.
We do have a lot of like I said, we do have a lot of games left against those teams at the top. So if we do go on a little bit of run before the international break and we can pick up 3 points tomorrow, who knows? Maybe we're in with a shot. But our goal difference isn't great. We're really going to have a little bit of luck to finish top 2. I think. I think most Reading fans would be very, very happy with top 6, though, in all honesty. But finishing outside the top 6 is going to be just a real disappointment now. So I'm going to say 5th, and
5th, okay.
Probably end up losing in the playoffs. In all honesty, we're awful in the playoffs.
I want you lot to go up. I'm
7.
I don't want to add this to me, and everyone knows. I've been saying it to all my people who watch this. I am not going to Reading next season to get absolutely hammered. So there's no. I want you lot to go up. So I'm not.
If we do stay down, we'll take the 3 points very happily, though. Next season. So, we're not very good in the playoffs. I think it's 9. I think it's 9 appearances in the playoffs, and we've never won. So we've got. I think it's the worst record in the Football League for playoffs now, apart from maybe Sheffield United or Preston, who have got like the joint.
Preston's there.
I think they're the joint with us. 9 appearances and no wins, which it's just awful.
Never knew that.
So I hate going to Wembley now. It's just every time we go to Wembley, we end up losing.
Alex, have you been to Wembley?
A few times.
Alex, don't rub it in because Forest fans, we've never been Wembley. So thank you for rubbing it in.
No worries. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you guys will get there someday. Hopefully it's not a League One playoff or something. But
right, last but not least, like I tell everyone, I know if you do want to do, what's your prediction right now for tomorrow's game result?
I'm going to go 1-0 Reading.
Okay.
As I said, I don't really think you guys scored too much. I think we've got a very, very strong defence at the moment. We really haven't given up a lot of chances.
Right, so answer this question. Alex, when's the last time you beat us at the City Ground?
When was the last time? Oh, God knows. Was it the 4-3 10 years ago? Maybe.
Yes. No, was it 2009? No, was it 3-2? No.
2011, I think it might have been. 2012, 9 years ago, maybe.
2012, yeah, that was a night game.
Yeah, the 4-3 game when we scored late on.
Yeah, that's last time you beat. So you think you'll beat us tomorrow then?
Yeah, I'm going to say 1-0. 1-0.
Alex said it. So Alex saying 1-0 to Reading. People in the comments, what do you think the score will be tomorrow? Last but not least, like Alex, I know you promoted your channel. Again, just put a plug on your channel because there's more people in. So people, Alex, like I said, you put YouTube channel like myself. But yeah, Alex, what's your channel again before you do
Elm Park Royals on the screen. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, so on and so forth. Feel free to check us out. We've got previews for the game tomorrow, reaction afterwards. Pretty much will be up by 6:30, 7 o'clock, and we've got a live watch along on YouTube as well. Come and check us out. It will be kind of over Twitter and on YouTube tomorrow.
So people, when we do a watch along, if we score, go for Elm Park Royals and send for them because that's what we do. We do it for fun, but be nice.
We'll be more than welcome in for it. It's fine.
But Alex, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for coming on DoreOnTour channel.
Thank you very much.
I can't say good luck because I don't. Good luck after the game tomorrow.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah. Well, no good luck tomorrow for you guys either. But yeah, after tomorrow, pick up all the wins you want against those teams at the top. That's fine.
Thank you very much, Alex, and good luck to your season.
Nice one. Thank you.
Cheers, dude. So that's Alex. His channel, like I said, I'll put the link in below so you can subscribe to him. But yeah, massive game tomorrow. I won't be in the watch along tomorrow because I've got work. But Craig and Martin will be doing the watch along for me tomorrow. I will be doing the review at 9 o'clock with 4 Forest fans tomorrow to see how the game is. But yeah, big game tomorrow. Like I just said to Alex, they've not beat us at the City Ground since 2012. I think it was 4-3. But it's going to be another tough game. I think, like I said, it's one of our games. Tough games. So we've got Reading, then we've got Norwich, and then we've got Brentford. Tough games, but we need 3 points just to get away from the bottom 3. I'd be happy with a point. Tomorrow. So, but yeah, but like before people do go, like I said, hit the subscribe button if you are new. Hit the like button as well. But like I said, Craig and Martin, they'll be starting at 3:15 tomorrow for the watch along. But yeah, as well, there's more content as well. Monday, I've got an Olympiacos fan to talk about Linjo Makarakis, to talk about Forest and Olympiacos. So that's going to be very interesting. And as well, as I don't know if everyone knows, I did put on my Twitter, I've got Chris Williams interview. That's going to be I'm buzzing. He's one of my idols that I've looked up to. So I'm looking forward to that interview next week. But like I said, people, thank you very much for watching. Like I said, hit the subscribe button, like as well. And as well, Alex's watch along YouTube channel will be linked below. So make sure you do hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. And please give some love to Craig and Martin tomorrow for watching the watch along. Thanks for watching, people. Up the Forest.